Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as promised, I'm bringing you more Canon R7 content. Now, one of the big things that jumped out at me when I got a chance to use the R7 and the R6 yesterday is there are actually some big differences in the autofocus system. There seems to be some advancements in the R7 autofocus system, and they're actually pretty cool. And what jumped out at me is some people in the comment section of my channel actually mentioned that they wanted some of these features, and now it seems Canon has listened and brought them to the R7. Now, people mentioned that the Sony tracking autofocus system actually would allow you to use like a flexible zone to control the autofocus system when you are also tracking. Now, you can't do that with an R6, but with the R7 you can. They have what's called flexible zone, and that does allow the tracking system to be active within that zone. So effectively, you're getting more control over where you're going to track. And I can see that coming in real big handy with video work, being able to really select which face you want it to actively track as you're working. So that was a really big surprise, and I really hope that Canon brings it to the Canon R6 in a firmware update, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. But that was one thing that really jumped out at me. The other thing was that it seemed that even if I chose just single spot autofocus, it was still actively working in the tracking mode. And another thing that's really cool, the ability to switch your subject is right in the Q menu on your touchscreen. So no need to now deep dive into a menu to change your subject, which was always a really annoying thing about the Canon R6, and they fixed that in the R7. So I hope that some of these features migrate over to the R6. Again, I'm not going to hold my breath. That probably won't make it to it, but I think it's a really cool feature, and it's something that I didn't expect seeing from the R7, and it's definitely something that people are going to like when they get their new cameras. Another really cool thing about the APS-C system that you're getting here, and it becomes very apparent as soon as you see what the native lenses are, this thing is crazy small, crazy light, and it basically replaces my 24-240, and that is a honking lens in comparison. So while you're going to something that might not be as good at high ISO like an R6, it's very good at high ISO. It's made leaps and bounds in ISO performance compared to the older APS-C sensors. And now you're getting to take advantage of these RFS lenses. Now, this lens is super nice. The stabilization is crazy good. Autofocus crazy good. And it's only an STM motor. It's not even the Nano USM. This lens is really nice, super light, and obviously this is going to be the massive advantage to going to an APS-C sensor. Now you could grab a lens like this, walk around and hike all day just like Vince is doing right now, and this thing weighs nothing compared to the stuff I have to lug around with my full frame system. Okay Vince, so moment of truth. Everybody that's watching this channel, they're thinking about buying an R7. You got an R7, you came from a T7i. Are you happy with this camera?
It's gone above and beyond my expectations. I'm blown away by it. Coming from a T7i, it's like night and day.
Well, there you go, guys. So real world experience. And honestly, I'd have to say the same thing. This thing is like a little mini R6 in an APS-C sensor package. Everything that you want out of an APS-C sensor is there. You're going to be super happy with it. If you guys are on the fence about buying it, I think you should just pull the trigger and go ahead and get one. Anyway, guys, I hope that this is helping you out a little bit. If you are thinking about purchasing an R7, if it is helping you, do think about going below, subscribing, clicking that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video.